Wah Wah. Really fun song of George Harrison's to play. Now, this was, of course, on his first album, first song he recorded for the album, for All Things Must Pass in 1970. And of course, from 1968, from the time they got back from India, over the next couple of years, he wrote dozens of songs. And of course, with his quota of Beatles that he could put on Beatles tunes, two songs per album or per side. On the White Album, he got 4. He was just accumulating tunes, and in the Let It Be sessions, the Get Back sessions, 1969, January, he was talking about he had enough to make 10 years worth of albums, and he thought, you know what, maybe I have to make a solo album. So he had even discussed this with the guys. They didn't take too well to it, but things were kind of heading downhill fast there, and a lot of bickering going on. And one day, after a particularly heated from what we saw in the video in the Let It Be movie, discussion with Paul about not playing stuff in Two of Us the way he wanted him to, he went home and wrote a few tunes, one of which was this. And it kind of refers to, of course, we know what guitar players know what a wah-wah is, but he was using it more for blah, 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 chit-chat, nonsense, shut up. And along with other things. Of course, he used a wah-wah in this so that you could hear it. He didn't. Well, Eric Clapton did. And we'll talk about those different parts. But so he was writing a lot of songs. These were his anti-John and Paul songs. How Do You Sleep, that Paul and John were, going back and forth with. And he also wrote I, Me, Mine, kind of, which he even used as the title for a book that he put out right around then. And it was all the same thing. It was complaining about the bickering that was going on during the Get Back sessions. And anyhow, so when he had the resources, I guess, to put the album together, he finally rounded up some of his favorite friends: Clapton, Billy Preston, Jim Gordon, Ringo even played a little bit on it. Not much from Paul or John on this, but anyhow, we're going to take a look at a lot about this song. I pretty much played through the whole thing. There's another part. Bridge. It has some nice and finally back to the main riff. Definitely a fun song to play. You saw me play a lot of bar chords there, and most of them you probably know what they are. There was an F sharp minor 7, there was an F sharp 7 in there. There was a G sharp, there was a B7 up the neck, there was a D7 up the neck, and that is pretty much it. Yeah, and we have a sharp 11 on the D7 at one point. That was a really cool sounding chord. Oh. So we're going to break this down and just talk about the arrangement and the riffs. And when you're done with this, you can play along with George, or you can put your own band together and work on playing wah-wah.